Hi all, this is Common88 here, and welcome to another requested redstone video. Today I'm going to be showing off a villager sorter and trading hall with powered rail input. I built it on the request of GrifterMage, and also a thank you to him because when he requested for me to make this, he actually had a design himself, and it didn't work completely, but he at least tried to do it before he asked me to. And that was really helpful. I was able to look at it and base my design off of his a little bit. He actually wanted the whole design based off of another one by Zuma Void. That one used water streams as an input though, which was quite a bit slower. So yeah, I think that's about everything I needed to say. So let's just go ahead and start looking at it. So I've got signs up. I'm going to have this world up for download in the description. So if you want to look at it, you can. But I've got signs documenting pretty much the whole thing. So this is the build right here. It's got the rails down here where the villagers will sit. You can trade them through here. And it's all one wide and tileable. This is 20 of them right now. And I will go ahead and show how it works. So basically you just send villagers in through this rail right here. And it would probably lead from your villager farm or wherever you get your villagers from. But here, this button will summon a villager in a minecart. It drops down into the hole and falls into place right here. Now you can see, after it's fallen through, the rail has closed up over it, so now a new villager can come by and fill in the space next to it. Like so. And if I keep pressing the button, they'll keep filling up down the line. Oops. Just like that. And I'll actually put on this clock right here. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. That way it won't be filling chat up. So, this is the clock right here. I put a note right here. This seems to be about the minimum amount of delay needed to work if you have a clock. So if you try and send villagers faster through than this clock does, then it's going to mess up and it won't work. So try and make sure they're at least this far apart, like this. And this thing will just send them through automatically. They get collected in all of their little chambers. And I also added a overflow right here. So once it fills up, villagers who keep going through will end up dropping their minecart into a chest and they will just die. You'll get to see that in just a second. You can also see the thing in action here. And there. Villager dies and minecart goes into a chest. So if you want to trade with these villagers, you just walk right here and you can right click on them and look at what trades they've got. But if you don't like one of their trades, let's see. Yeah, that's kind of expensive for leather pants. I don't like this guy. So just press this button right here. Villager vanishes. You can see him fall into the void below. And a new one fills his spot. And the rail seals up back behind him, just like it's supposed to. And you can do that over and over again with all the villagers as many times as you want. It'll just keep opening up the slots and dropping villagers back in. Right here. Ta-da! So yeah, it works pretty well in my opinion. I can't think of anything really wrong with it. Yeah, I guess there is one problem. It's kind of hard to get these villagers onto a single rail if you wanted to lead them to a collection chamber down here. If you want to get your minecart back, you gotta make a hill with rails. That's the best I can come up with. But yeah, I haven't created an output for the villagers once you've rejected them. You'll have to come up with that yourself. But yeah, that's pretty much my whole design. So I'll go over here and show what it looks like. This is one slice, one tile. Basically, we've got powered rail right here. It needs to be flat. It can't be tilted up. And it works based on a glitch with soul sand, which I discovered while I was working on this. I'm not really sure why, but when a minecart is on a rail over soul sand, it will sink into the soul sand like a player would. You know, when you walk on soul sand, you go a little bit lower. The minecart does that too. And then if you have a rail below the soul sand, the minecart will try and latch onto the rail. And actually, a lot of the time, graphically, it will. It's not doing it on these right now. It seems to depend. Sometimes it does it and sometimes it won't. But the minecart will actually sometimes teleport down to the bottom row, even though it's not actually there, and whatever's riding in it will still keep going along. But the minecarts, when they go across here, instead of flying off the track and missing the rail, they will sink into the soul sands and at the edge latch onto that track because they're a little bit lower than 2 blocks over it. And here, let me grab a minecart and I can show you. Like that. You can see it just kind of teleports down below. So once it falls down here, it lands on a detector rail, and this trapdoor right here keeps it in place. If the trapdoor opens, then it falls down, which is how this works right here. You just press the button and it goes. The detector rail, though, powers this repeater. This torch right here is just to power this powered rail. It's not actually part of the circuitry. But yeah, the detector rail powers the repeater, which powers these torches. Then this torch powers this piston, and it keeps going up the torch tower over to this repeater. This repeater actually has a delay needed to give this rail time to retract before this pulls back the block when the minecart's removed. If that repeater wasn't there, then this block would get pulled back and the rail would break and it wouldn't be reusable. So that's why that's there. Keeps going up the tower. You've got a sticky piston. It's got a cauldron, and the cauldron actually is only filled with 1 level of water, and that gives an output of 1 when you detect it with a comparator. So when this is powered, it pushes the cauldron over, the comparator detects it, and sends a signal down to here. And this block can't be a slab, it has to be a full block. But it then powers this piston right here, and pushes the rail over. Then once this is broken, or button is pressed and it's fallen down, it goes off the detector rail. The rail is pulled back, that block is pulled back, and everything is reset back to normal. So another minecart can go in. And that's how the whole thing works. Once it's sealed up, minecart passes right over it, and on to the next section. I don't have one here, obviously. And yeah, that's pretty much how it works. I want to note that if you try and build this facing east to west or west to east, due to the way minecart rails behave, then it won't work. You can see they won't line up if you try to, like that. This one tilts up, and this one won't connect to it. I can do like this and get them to line up like they're supposed to, but as soon as you try and place the next row, they're all going to connect to that one instead. So you can't build it facing east to west or west to east. It has to be north to south or south to north. So keep that in mind. Oh, sorry, I said facing. I mean tiling in that direction. You just keep that in mind when you build it. It would be really saddening to build the whole thing and then realize that it was in the wrong direction. Oh yeah. So to keep these rails powered so that the villagers will go through, you need torches every now and then. These go about every 9 blocks, and you just put them on a block like this over the piston. Whoa. Oh no. Back up. Anyway, the redstone torch goes right here. It won't mess up any of the redstone around it, and it'll power this right here for about 9 blocks. And then after that, you can put another torch out. So that'll keep all the rails powered. If you don't do that, then they'll turn off and all the minecarts will get stuck and all that stuff. And nobody wants that. Ooh, it's a lot of minecarts. Maybe I should turn off the clock. Alright, there. So, this is pretty much the whole thing right here, but I'll go ahead and show how to build it, just so you know and there's no confusion. So, build right over to here. You need to get your rail first, so put that up here. Got the powered rail, the detector rail, and the powered rail. Then right here, we need to get the, where is it? Not here. Iron trapdoor. Oops, sorry, right here. And that will block the minecart right here. Then underneath, put a repeater leading out. Oh man, wrong block. Put a repeater. Oh wait, no, that was the right block. Yeah. Repeater leading to right here. That leads to the redstone torch. You also need to put the redstone torch here, like I mentioned earlier, to power this track. Then place another redstone torch, this torch to power the piston. Then block, another redstone torch, and a block. Oops, wait, no. Don't put that torch there. Block, redstone torch, like that. Whew, I'm messing up my own design. Well, anyway, go ahead and put this repeater right here for 4 ticks. Put the piston right here above that torch. And continue with this tower. Go up a block, torch on the side. Oops, not that side. Up a block, torch on the side. Then a sticky piston. Then you need to get yourself a cauldron. Place it. And then you need a bucket of water and an empty glass bottle. And all you have to do is place the bucket into the cauldron, then fill the glass bottle twice. It's once and then twice, so that there's only one layer of water in there. And then it will give a comparator an output of 1, which means that this thing is tileable, because the signal strength from this can't go over to the next block where there is redstone dust. See, it only powers this one. So, go over here and grab a comparator. Place it right here, so when the piston extends, the comparator detects the cauldron. Put a block in front of it so that it can power the redstone down here. Then get a piston, place it right here under the comparator so the redstone will power it. Take a slab, and remember, this has to be a slab. Well, I guess it doesn't technically have to be a slab, but if it isn't, then you're going to have a hard time reaching the villagers through there. So, slab right here, powered rail right here, and, oh yes, soul sand. Remember, it has to be soul sand. No other block will work. If you use any other block, then it might mess up sometimes, and minecarts will go under the wrong rails. So, soul sand right here, and I think that is the whole thing. Just got to put a button on the front, like that, and a little block right here. And then soul sand right here as an input. And remember also that the block next to the first tile in the machine has to be soul sand as well, because it has to be able to fall off of that block. Any blocks before that can be whatever you want, but the first one has to be soul sand. So actually I could just connect this right here, like that, and send this one through, and it should work. Falls into place, and it pushes there. Press this button. Oops. Minecart falls, and it opens back up again. So, yep, that's the whole thing there. Should be pretty easy. And the whole thing took me probably about 15 hours to design. I messed around with all kinds of different ideas. Finally ended up with this one, and I'm pretty happy with it, because it's a little bit bigger than I would have liked. If you look at the inside, there's a good amount of space you can walk around, but it had to be like that. I couldn't come up with any other way to do it. Well, the other ways I came up with would be way too expensive and pointless. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything for this video. It's one wide, tileable, lets you trade with all the villagers, throw them out when you don't want them anymore. That's kind of mean, but anyway, that's the idea. So, yep, I hope this video was helpful to you, and I will be glad to make more redstone creations if anybody would like to post requests for them on my redstone creations page, which I will also link to in the description of this video. And, yep, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Bye!